Picture this. You stroll into your favorite store, and literally the second you cross the threshold, your phone buzzes. It's a notification from the store's app giving you a personalized discount on that exact brand of coffee you just ran out of yesterday. And oh look, it's paired with a recommendation for a new mug you were browsing online last night. It feels like magic, right? Well, it's not. It's retail intelligence. Welcome everyone to This Explainer. I am so incredibly thrilled you're joining me today because we are going to unpack the mechanics behind that exact scenario. We're going to explain in detail how this stuff is fundamentally reshaping the modern business landscape. If you've ever found yourself wondering how the world's biggest retailers just seem to know exactly what you want before you even know you want it, well, you are definitely in the right place. So let's dive right in. We're looking at the core of retail intelligence, big data and marketing strategy foundations. We are going to get into the deep details of how massive amounts of raw, messy information get transformed into pure retail gold.
Our source material actually kicks things off with this exact quote, setting a really clear objective for us. In this module, the participant would learn the fundamentals of big data analytics. And look, we aren't just talking about abstract numbers floating around in the cloud somewhere, or confusing tech jargon. We are uncovering the actual concrete strategies that retail giants use every single day. Think of this explainer as your ultimate roadmap. Whether you're trying to optimize one single local storefront, or you're trying to wrap your head around the data flow of a massive global supply chain, this is ground zero.
So here is our roadmap for today. Section 1, Foundation of Retail Intelligence. Section 2, Managing Data with Hadoop. And finally, Section 3, Mastering the 6V Principle. Let's get moving. Kicking things off with Section 1, Foundation of Retail Intelligence, Big Data and Marketing. Okay, big data analytics equals marketing strategy foundations. It's a super simple equation, but honestly, it is incredibly profound. You know, back in the day, retail marketing was basically just gut feelings. You'd set up a nice end cap display, cross your fingers, and just hope people bought the product. But as our source material makes absolutely clear, that era is completely over. Today, big data analytics and your marketing strategy are inextricably linked. They are literally the exact same thing. Every single time a barcode gets scanned, or a digital coupon is clipped, or a customer pauses in an aisle while they're connected to the store's Wi-Fi, boom, data is generated. And that data doesn't just passively sit there waiting for next year's strategy meeting, it actively becomes the marketing strategy. Every product placement, every dynamic price change, every targeted email you get, it all flows directly from this equation. All right, let's move right along to Section 2, Managing Data with Hadoop, the application tool. So here's the catch. Having a solid concept of data analytics is great in theory, but how do you actually handle it all? If big data is an ocean, you can't exactly scoop it up with a bucket, right? And traditional databases, they literally crash under the sheer crushing weight of global retail data. You absolutely need specialized infrastructure. Enter Hadoop. Our source defines it strictly as the tools to manage big data. To put it simply, Hadoop acts as this massive distributed framework. Instead of trying to force an entire ocean of data through one single overworked supercomputer, Hadoop basically splits that ocean into millions of manageable little pools. This allows thousands of regular computers to process the data all at the exact same time. It's kind of like having 100,000 workers perfectly organizing a massive warehouse simultaneously, instead of relying on one incredibly stressed out manager. You just can't talk about big data without talking about Hadoop. And looking at it this way brilliantly illustrates how these two concepts actually interact. You've got big data analytics on one side and the application of Hadoop on the other. Think of analytics as the genius architect. They know the what and the why. They're drawing up the blueprints, analyzing the shopping habits to design the ultimate high-converting supermarket layout. But the application of Hadoop? That is the fleet of bulldozers, the cranes, the construction crew. It's the how. It's the muscle actually building what the architect designed. One is the brain, the other is the muscle. If you just have the analytics theory without Hadoop, you're an architect without a crew, you're stuck. But if you have the tool with no foundational analytics strategy, you just have a bunch of bulldozers pushing dirt around for no reason. They absolutely have to work in perfect tandem. And that brings us to our final stop today, Section 3, Mastering the 6V Principle, the role of big data. Let's unpack this framework. When we look at the guiding principles of big data in retail, we rely on a very specific framework. It's known as the 6V principle. We have volume, variety, velocity, veracity, variability, and wait a second, volume? I'm sure the sharp-eyed folks watching noticed something a little quirky about this list, straight from our source material. Let's talk about that last point. Yeah, volume. Again. The source text literally lists the 6 V's as volume, variety, velocity, veracity, variability, and then volume a second time. Now, while that might just look like a typo or a simple repetition, it actually serves as a fantastic, almost poetic reminder of the reality of retail intelligence. We can playfully lean into this double mention because it hits the nail right on the head. The sheer size of retail big data is so overwhelmingly massive that mentioning volume just once almost doesn't do it justice. The volume is completely relentless. We are talking about petabytes upon petabytes of data, millions of global transactions happening every single hour, RFID sensors updating warehouse inventory in real time, algorithms scraping social media sentiment, all of it happening at once. Mentioning volume just once? It simply doesn't capture the staggering gravity of it all. Understanding that mind-bending scale is your very first real step to mastering the 6V principle. So let's pull it all together. The complete picture of retail intelligence comes down to a distinct 3-step journey. Step 1, learn the big data fundamentals, knowing that deep analytics equals your marketing strategy. Step 2, apply Hadoop, recognizing it as the indispensable muscle needed to actively process everything. And step 3, understand the 6 V's, the core principles dictating the behavior of that data, with a massive double emphasis on its awe-inspiring volume. Mastering these 3 steps moves you right from abstract theory into a concrete framework for real-world action. Which leaves us with the ultimate question. Now that you know the theory, the tools, and the guiding principles, how will you apply this massive volume of data to shape your own retail marketing strategy? Because let's face it, knowledge is only power when you actually use it. Take these foundations, embrace tools like Hadoop to do the heavy lifting, respect the sheer volume of customer insights at your fingertips, and start completely rethinking your approach to the retail space. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this deep dive has clarified these concepts for you, and I will absolutely catch you next time as we continue to decode the complex world around us.